All right, so get this. We're going to be diving deep today into black soldier fly farming,
Yeah.
which is tackling food waste, creating sustainable protein,
Uh-huh.
and it even has applications in bioplastics.
It's pretty incredible, right? And you know what's interesting?
What's up?
Entrepreneurs are turning this into like a really thriving industry.
Yeah.
And there's this article from Mana Insect all about it.
That's cool.
It goes way beyond that whole like insects as food thing.
It does, yeah. It dives into a bunch of different business models.
Yeah.
I think most people, when they think about insects and business, they think about food.
Yeah.
But Mana Insect highlights how versatile these black soldier fly products are.
Right. And one of the coolest parts, I think, is
What is it?
their role as like waste warriors.
Waste warriors.
Yeah, these larvae, they process like crazy amounts of organic waste,
Oh, wow.
diverting it from landfills.
Interesting.
And some companies are even creating like waste processing services
Okay.
for food producers and restaurants.
So it's like instead of all this food waste rotting in a landfill,
Exactly.
it becomes this valuable resource.
Exactly.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I was reading about this frass,
Frass, yeah.
which I had to look up.
Sure.
It's basically insect poop, but it's like,
It's good stuff.
it's good stuff. An incredibly potent fertilizer.
Yeah, the potential applications are huge,
Yeah.
from like large-scale agriculture to niche markets like home gardening and like specialized horticulture.
I see so many applications.
Yeah.
Mana Insect even talks about breeding and selling the flies themselves,
Oh, yeah.
which, with the demand for black soldier flies growing,
Mm-hmm.
seems like a simple business model with a lot of potential.
Absolutely. And, you know, the low startup costs
Yeah.
make it really attractive, especially as insect farming is like expanding globally.
That makes a lot of sense.
And, you know, the article highlights some really interesting opportunities
Oh, like,
with people who want to get involved beyond breeding.
Yeah.
Like, you could become a black soldier fly farming consultant,
what?
helping people set up their own farms.
So, like an agricultural advisor, but for bugs?
Exactly.
I can definitely see the appeal of that.
Yeah.
But what really caught my eye
What was that?
were the biotech applications.
Right.
The article talks about the potential of black soldier fly-derived oils, chitin, and bioactive compounds
Yeah.
for use in things like cosmetics and pharmaceuticals.
Yeah. Super interesting.
I'm not a scientist,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
can you break down
Sure.
what some of those things are and why they're so valuable?
Of course. Yeah. Let's start with chitin.
Okay.
It's a natural polymer found in the exoskeletons of insects,
Uh-huh.
and it's incredibly strong
Okay.
and versatile. It's being explored for everything from bioplastics to wound dressings.
So we could be looking at a future where, like, our packaging is made from bugs.
Potentially, yeah.
That's pretty wild.
It is, especially with this growing demand
Yeah.
for sustainable alternatives to traditional plastics.
Uh-huh.
Now, as for the oils,
Okay.
some are rich in lauric acid,
Lauric acid.
which has antimicrobial and antiviral properties.
Wow.
They're being researched for use in like a wide range of products.
Yeah.
Cosmetics, even biofuels.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And what about those bioactive compounds?
Yeah, those are interesting, right?
Yeah, what are they?
So they're essentially substances that have a biological effect.
I see.
And in the case of black soldier flies,
Yeah.
these compounds are being investigated for their potential applications in pharmaceuticals.
Oh, cool.
Particularly for their antimicrobial
Okay.
and anti-inflammatory properties.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It seems like we're just scratching the surface
Yeah, very early days.
of what's possible with these applications.
Yeah.
The article also mentions this concept of decentralized microfarming and franchising,
Yeah.
which I found really interesting.
Yeah. It's a cool model.
Yeah.
Imagine like small-scale black soldier fly farms popping up in urban centers,
Okay.
processing local organic waste,
Uh-huh.
and creating products for local communities.
Interesting.
That localized approach could be like a real game changer
For-
sustainability and food security.
So instead of large industrial farms,
Right.
you could have these micro farms, like, integrated into communities,
Yeah,
even creating local jobs.
absolutely.
It's like a hyper-local approach to insect farming.
It is.
Mana Insect really paints a compelling picture
It does.
of the potential impact.
Yeah, and it emphasizes that while sustainability is a key driver,
Uh-huh.
the evolving technology and increasing affordability
Right.
are making insect farming more accessible.
Yeah, so true.
And this is attracting a lot of new players to the field.
That's great.
Yeah.
It sounds like this is just the beginning
Yeah.
of what could be a truly transformative industry.
I think so.
What else does the article highlight about the potential for black soldier fly farming?
Well, it dives into like how these different applications are actually being turned into
Mhm.
profitable business models.
Okay.
One of the most well established is
Yeah.
using black soldier fly larvae for animal feed.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because insects are like a natural part of
Right.
a lot of animals' diets in the wild.
Exactly. And black soldier fly larvae, they're packed with
Yeah.
protein and nutrients.
Okay.
So they're like a great alternative to traditional feed sources like
Yeah.
soy or fish meal,
Oh, okay.
which can be,
Environmentally taxing.
environmentally taxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have farms raising larvae
Right.
and selling them to feed manufacturers
Exactly.
for everything from chicken and fish feed to pet food.
Further, the article even mentions opportunities to sell live larvae on a smaller scale,
Like to.
like to fishermen for bait
Oh,
or
okay.
pet stores for exotic pets.
That's cool.
Yeah, so for those who are interested in the breeding side of things,
Uh-huh.
the process is surprisingly straightforward.
Okay, so what do you do?
Essentially, you create the ideal environment
Uh-huh.
for the flies to mate and lay eggs.
Okay.
Then you collect and incubate those eggs.
And the Mana Insect article
Yeah.
suggests there's high demand for those eggs.
Absolutely, as more people recognize the potential of black soldier fly farming.
Uh-huh.
That demand for breeding stock is only going to increase.
Right.
And the low production costs
Yeah.
make it a really attractive option
I see.
for people new to insect farming.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So let's say someone wants to go beyond just breeding
Okay.
and get into processing the larva to
Yeah.
create higher value products.
Yeah, what are some of those options?
That's where things get really exciting.
Like,
The article highlights some cutting edge applications,
oh, okay.
like extracting oils from the larva.
Oils, can you elaborate on what those oils are used for?
So these oils, they're rich in lauric acid,
Mm-hmm.
which has antimicrobial and antiviral properties.
Got it.
And research is exploring their use in
Yeah.
cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, and even biofuels.
So, potentially, products we use every day
Yeah.
could contain oil derived from insects.
It's a possibility.
That's quite a shift in perspective.
It is, but remember we're talking about
Yeah.
highly refined products.
Okay.
And the potential benefits are significant.
Uh-huh.
The article also discusses the potential of tryptophan.
Right, tryptophan.
Yeah.
You mentioned it's found in the exoskeleton.
Yes.
What makes it so valuable?
So tryptophan is incredibly strong
Okay.
and versatile.
Uh-huh.
And it's being explored for use in everything from bioplastics, think sustainable packaging and other materials,
Interesting.
to wound dressings for
Worth
its
it.
healing properties.
Wow.
Yeah.
It seems like there's this huge push toward bioplastics
Yes.
as this sustainable alternative.
Exact.
So could someone set up a black soldier fly farm
Yeah.
and process the larvae specifically
Uh-huh.
to extract chitin for this purpose?
Absolutely. While it would be a high investment venture,
Okay.
the potential returns are significant,
I see.
especially as the demand for sustainable materials continues to grow.
Makes sense. All of this sounds incredibly promising.
Yeah.
But what are some of the challenges
What?
facing this emerging industry?
Uh-huh.
Does the Mana Insect article address any of those?
It does. One of the biggest hurdles is simply awareness.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people still have this negative perception of insects, so it can be a challenge
Uh-huh.
to convince them of the benefits of
Yeah.
black soldier fly products.
It's the ick factor, right?
Exactly.
It's just like,
Yeah, but as more people
Yeah.
learn about the sustainability and the versatility of black soldier flies, and they see these products
Right.
being used in everyday applications, those perceptions will hopefully start to shift.
what about the regulatory landscape?
Yeah.
Is the article insightful on that?
It touches on the fact that
Uh-huh.
regulations vary depending on location.
Okay.
In many places, insect farming is still relatively new,
Yeah.
so regulations are still evolving.
Right.
And this lack of clarity
Yeah.
can create uncertainty for entrepreneurs.
I see.
Clear guidelines and regulations will be crucial
Okay.
as the industry grows.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The Mana Insect article
Uh-huh.
spends a lot of time on the business models
Yeah.
and applications.
Yeah.
But does it touch on the ethical considerations at all?
Not specifically in this article.
Okay.
It focuses primarily on the practical aspects
I see.
of the industry.
So as the industry develops,
Right.
there will need to be more discussion
For sure.
on the ethical implications,
Yeah.
especially as technology advances and new applications emerge.
Definitely. The article does highlight this idea
Uh-huh.
of decentralized microfarming and franchising,
Yeah.
which I think has the potential to address some of those ethical concerns.
Would you elaborate on that?
Sure. Imagine a network of small-scale black soldier fly farms
Uh-huh.
integrated into urban environments.
Okay.
These microfarms could process local organic waste,
Uh-huh.
produce feed for local livestock,
Yeah.
and even create fertilizer for community gardens.
Wow.
It's a hyperlocal,
Yeah.
community-focused approach to sustainability.
That sounds like it could have a real impact
Yeah,
on local communities,
for sure.
not only environmentally,
Right.
but also economically.
Absolutely. And the franchising model
Yeah.
could provide entrepreneurs
Uh-huh.
with a proven system
Okay.
and support network,
I see.
making it easier for them to get started
Right.
and succeed.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And it aligns with the growing movement
Uh-huh.
toward localized and sustainable food systems.
Absolutely.
The article emphasizes
Yeah.
that the increasing affordability of black soldier fly farming
Yeah.
is attracting new players to the field.
For sure.
Do you think this will accelerate the development of this industry?
Absolutely. As technology advances and the costs continue to come down,
Yeah.
we'll likely see even more innovation and entrepreneurship
Okay.
in this space.
It seems like black soldier fly farming has the potential
Yeah.
to be both profitable
Uh-huh.
and impactful.
It does.
It's this fascinating intersection
Yeah.
of sustainability, innovation, and entrepreneurship.
It is.
What else does the Manna Insect article highlight about the potential of this industry?
Well, one thing it points out is it's attracting like a really diverse group of people.
That's interesting. So it's not just farmers and entomologists anymore.
No, not at all. You have entrepreneurs, tech experts, sustainability advocates, all drawn to the possibilities of black soldier fly farming.
It seems like a real melting pot
It is.
of ideas and innovation.
And the Manna Insect article really emphasizes that this diversity of perspectives is key
Okay.
to the industry's success.
So it's not just about the science
No,
of raising the flies.
it's bigger than that.
It's also about
Yeah.
developing those business models,
Right.
marketing these products,
Uh-huh.
and understanding
For
that
sure.
potential social impact.
Precisely. We can't just produce black soldier fly products.
Right.
We need to create that demand,
Yeah.
build awareness, and
Yeah.
connect with consumers
Yeah.
in a way that resonates.
That makes a lot of sense. But how do we get past
Right.
that initial ick factor
That's the depth.
that some people might have with bugs?
Yeah.
How do we tell the story of black soldier flies
Right.
and make them relatable?
I think that's where creativity and innovation come in. Like,
Yeah.
for example, we could focus on the sustainability aspect.
Uh-huh.
You know, consumers are more and more
Yeah.
aware of their environmental impact.
Right.
And black soldier fly products offer a genuinely eco-friendly alternative.
Right. And in so many areas, from
Yeah.
animal feed to packaging.
Exactly. Or we could highlight the health benefits.
Oh, yeah.
You know, black soldier fly larvae are incredibly nutritious.
Okay.
And there's growing research
Right.
exploring their potential in human health.
I can already see the headlines.
Yeah.
Black soldier fly, protein bars, the next superfood.
You never know, but the point is
Yeah.
there are many ways to frame the narrative
Yeah.
around black soldier flies and make them more appealing.
It's about shifting those perceptions
Totally.
and showcasing the incredible potential
Absolutely.
that these creatures hold.
The more we talk about it, the
Yeah.
more we share that information and those stories,
Uh-huh.
the faster those perceptions will change.
So after this deep dive into the world of black soldier flies, what's the key takeaway for our listeners?
I think it's this. This is an industry on the rise,
Uh-huh.
and it's full of opportunity, whether you're an entrepreneur, a researcher, or just someone curious about
Yeah.
the potential of insects.
Yeah.
Black soldier flies are worth paying attention to.
It seems like we're just scratching the surface
Yeah.
of what's possible.
Absolutely.
Thanks to this Manna Insect article,
Yeah.
we've learned about everything from sustainable animal feed and bioplastics
Uh-huh.
to high-tech applications in cosmetics and pharmaceuticals.
And we've only just begun to explore that potential
Yeah.
of decentralized microfarming and its impact
Yeah.
on local communities.
It's clear that the world of black soldier flies is about to get a whole lot bigger,
I think so.
so keep your eyes peeled
Keep your mind open.
and your mind open.
Because who knows what amazing innovations are
Yeah.
just around the corner.
This has been a truly fascinating deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm personally feeling
Me too.
inspired by the possibilities.
It's a reminder that sometimes
Yeah.
the smallest creatures
Uh-huh.
can have the biggest impact.
Thanks for joining us as we explore the fascinating world of black soldier flies and their incredible potential to create a more sustainable and innovative future.